you want to make sure we do that application or center near her.
There are 17 days to give or take for y'all to hire
Into it.
And my first visit center will walk in the center. But prior to coming there, we'll go into the center, y'all hire them. Will there be another meeting, like in 15 days, whatever, or y'all will have people that you have hired, or we are letting meet one-on-ones with those people that will be here in person.
They will actually be doing some screenings and doing some things, so you will have it on when you get home. You will have an opportunity to meet. Yes.
I currently don't see my letters from CDI or anybody. I just first of all, that
just make sure the information we fill out as correct.
No, I don't.
Granny's daycare, and I really want them to stay there, even though I stay in the area, but it's on the south end.
I drive all the way to go to Miss Pat's.
Really? I'm driving from Johnson Road too to get there.
From one side.
Oh, Johnson. Really? That's you so You have this with me? Yeah, I got all of this stuff last night, but I only got, mine. The legislator was going to be there, and also Community Action Partnership from Florence, and there were some people there. United Way, they were not aware. They said they gave it to me, so I could just. It was on the internet. Nobody knew about it. Yes. Like our providers knew about it. Well, not all because they're new, but mine let me know, so I came to be a voice for mine. Thank you.
If you select center base, you would write your preferred 6-hour time frame. That would be great. Would it be a possibility to work? Put it in place on the script. Would it be a possibility to let the parents choose? Like right now, they have time slots. Each daycare has a time slot, and when the parents are enrolled, they get to pick their. It was 8 hours, but now it's 6. But could they pick which 6 hours works better for them? No.
Let us think about that, because here's what happens. There's lunch, there's breakfast, there's lunch, and then there's snacks. And that's all guided by USDA. I know I'm not going to go into a lot of that, but these meals have to be served within a certain time frame. Everybody has those regulations. It's not just us. And so let's talk about that.
Like what they do now, what they tell us is like, let me say this. I'm thinking, and I go to work hard. My class is never the same.
We want the button of this because they're about to leave.
My school class is never been the same in the semester or whenever. So, what I do now, I might take my daughter like, hey, I have class this time. She's going to be, 2 hours later than normal. But I personally give her breakfast. If I have to give her lunch, I do what I have to do.
I don't know what you were thinking about that. That's what you asked the question. That is brilliant. I would have thought about myself, but we do have to look at some USDA guidelines. But to maybe accommodate the 6 hours, we could give you possibly, I'm not wrong, you gotta check into regulations, that you can have 6 hours kind of your choice within an 8-hour period that accommodates your working schedule. And I know that a lot of people work 8 hours, and I'm sorry, that's all I can do is say, I do too, I work the 8 hours. But you can get wraparound services or some other things, but maybe we can work on that, on that.
And what the centers do now is say if the kids aren't here before this time, they have to eat breakfast at home. That's what they do now.
Well, right, that's what we would have to do. And say, we just know that X, Y, Z, comes from 10 to
10 or 10
whatever that is, that 6-hour time frame, yeah.
Okay, do y'all have a 15-minute window? Okay, like, it's like she was saying, right, because I work in a school too, like, if, and y'all being in the area that y'all in, I don't know if y'all aware of it or not, it's traffic through there, early in the morning.
Sure, right. I'm sure.
So, if we have to bring the kids, like, say the center open 7:45, but we need to get them there at 7:30 to get to class and be in class at 8 o'clock, do y'all have that 15-minute window?
We don't. We have a,
See, a lot of them did that for us.
we have a, what do you mean? What I'm saying is we don't have a.
That's what I'm saying, a lot of them did that.
Like if you open at 7:30, they know it's gonna take me 30 minutes to get our.
What I'm telling you is we don't have a 15-minute window. We might have an hour.
Y'all might have an hour. Okay.
She's talking about before.
That's what I'm saying, before class starts. Yeah, I got it. So I'm saying, if it takes us like 25 minutes to get on the other side of town to get to their traffic, in order for us to be there on time, and we need to drop them off 15 minutes before y'all open, before y'all let them in the door. If we bring our work schedule, our school schedule in, it's always has been no problem.
Okay.
Y'all said stay open 15 minutes already.
No, no. That's not good.
The daycare may take them 15 minutes or whatever, but our piece of the license and piece of the is 6 hours. So we can work some other things out, but 6 hours for the feds.
When you write down your time, you need to put that window in there so that you start time that you prefer. Include that time you need. So that we can look at the majority of the parents' time that they prefer and pick the majority of the classes. Does that make sense? So if you need, because of the drive time or whatever, you need 7 instead, but you want your kids to be in the classroom by 7:15, you need to include that in your time that you prefer.
Okay, we're gonna take right at 7 and we have a long day, and I know y'all have too. And so we're gonna take maybe 2 more questions, and then we're pretty much done unless Joanne has anything else. Okay.
Well, I want to say I have enjoyed serving you guys under CEI. When we came here, I didn't have the opportunity to meet everybody. I know there's a lot of new parents, but it has just been enjoyed.
I got a quick question. Under the other contract, I know myself and I know Jane personally, we have gone to where our kids go to the home center because we're supposed to be paying them. They were doing volunteer hours for us as parents to go in about our kids who were allegedly supposed to receive a paycheck, and we haven't, and I'm fine with that. I still spend time with my kids, and I've done stuff. Will y'all still have that option for parents to go when they have the time? Because that's even why, where our provider offered that 15-minute window or whatever, we would go in as parents and be like, hey, this parent has to be here at this time, you gotta do this. And we would give that volunteer time also as a benefit and to help for the care for our children. Would that be another option for us also?
Did y'all hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I understand what you're saying, can you come in and volunteer in our program, or in the program?
Yes.
Yes.
Non-fellowship.
Yes. And now, it is volunteer. We don't pay for that.
Okay, now, but the reason why we were doing it also, like how she said, like for me, I might go to class at 9. There might be another parent that has to be in class at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, I'm sorry. And the provider didn't open to 7:30, but I would go early in the morning, like that time to give her whatever time, her personal time, and still be there to help the kids that she has to take.
We cannot do that.
Okay.
No, we can't. Now, y'all can work something out where maybe she drops her children off at your house if you are that close, and then you bring them. Parents can work together that way, but we are licensed child care. as I think the family child cares were licensed too. And our providers cannot, they have to be qualified in certain ways. They have to have a CDA at the very minimum. Most of ours have a AA degree. So we can't allow poor children to be under our care, but with somebody else taking care of them, even if it's parents. Can't do that.
Before you guys leave, can I get y'all's numbers, please?
I've got a card.
Okay.
CD before you leave, and I think
Okay. I'm really interested in what she was saying because I have a 1-year-old and I do want her to stay in the daycare that she's in if possible. And I have a 2-year-old son who's also in the same daycare. So if it's possible, I do want them there. So I need the numbers for that.
If you get out of here.
At all?
It's, I want to say it's been delightful.
It's been a little hot.
Delightful to speak with you, and it is always delightful to be with you. It wasn't a very stressful situation. We understood that. We came in knowing that it was going
That is.
because we don't care. And so, although that's right, we do want to serve your children, and we provide quality services. And if that, we hope that you will choose to have what we offer. We do want your children in our program. But if you choose not to, we get that. We get that, some things don't accommodate me. I mean, I've had childcare also, I don't anymore, but that didn't accommodate me, and I had to move them, and it is very hard. So, we understand. But we came tonight to provide information to you on what we can do, your options, and that's what we do. I hope you got the information you need. If you have any extra questions that are individualized towards your child, then you'll have information to